our study about Sharei Kedusha. The purpose of Sharei Kedusha, like I told you last time, is to know and to understand how important it is for every Jewish to be built and rooted in very good values, good midot. But mostly, it's very, very important for you as people who have to pass through conversion or Humrah or conversion like this. You will be judged, you will be observed, and the only way for you to be accepted, like really coming for in the Judaism without interest, but really for purpose and purpose to bring something additional, it will be through the way you will be built in your human values, in your midot. So keep this word really good in your heart, because I will say this word a lot of times. Till 120, every time we're going to study together. Midot, midot tovot, midot, midot tovot. And basically, this is the point that will help people to see if your conversion was kosher or not. I'm making a big introduction just to let people arrive. Why? Because we know that the Jewish is connected to the aspect of gever. What is gever? It's one of the words we use to describe or to call the man. So gever, if I take the word like this, gever, people understand that you are in front of someone really masculine. You know, he's here, can see him, can feel him, has muscles, has a big voice, is high, strong, but not. The sage in the Gemara, they said the three letters of Gever are here to give us information about what should be found inside of a real Jew. The first level is Gimel of Gever. The Gimel of Gever is Gomel Chesed. So what is Gomel Chesed? He has a heart. He has a heart, he has pity for people. No, he has a heart. He has sensitivity. When he see people suffering, he suffers with them. He's connected to people's situation. Gomel Chesed. The bet of Gever is Baishan. What is Baishan? Means that he's shy, discreet. Or it's better to try to translate by Tsanua. To be shy doesn't mean something complete. Tsanua means that in this behavior, in his way to introduce himself, to be connected with people, to be connected to people, and this is really Tsanua. He's not here to show people, I'm here.
Shalom, shalom, love.
Shalom, shalom, Rabbi Eliyahu. Shalom, shalom. So it's the real Jewish is not here to show that he is the man of the place. He is to be Baishan, Tsanua. And what is the resh of Gever? Rahman. Shalom, Rabbi Israel. Shalom, shalom, Rabbi Israel.
Shalom, Arab.
Shalom, shalom. So he said, he is Baishan, he is Rachaman. Rachaman, he is not cruel. Not cruel at all. He has pity for people. and he always finds the place to judge them in the very best way. So if the sage in the Gemara, they talk about this reality to define a Jewish. So when these reality are not inside of you, for them, you are not Jewish.
Where is it, the Gemara?
It's in Brachot. I will give you the first example. I'll look after it. So it's the secret. You have to find this inside of Jewish men. You have to be generous. You have to be shy in the way of tsanua, and you have to be Rahman pity. So that's why this book is important, because at the end you will be judged at that point. If you are too much cruel, if you don't have pity, and if you show up too much, they will see his conversion strange, because we don't have the external elements showing to us that he is really fulfilled now by the light of Ger Tsadik. So now, as we said last time, this book is also here to remind us what are the objectives of every Jewish. Is to be connected to the level of Ruach HaKodesh. So how do we build it? So to explain, we took 3 lessons to show what, to understand what is the soul, what is the blood, what is the body, what is the different part of the soul, and all this works together to make us understand how important it is to respect the mitzvot, not to be under transgression, and not to stay without any kind of attraction when we have a positive mitzvah coming in front of us. So now, can you hear me? Good. Can you hear me? Good.
Rabbi,
Yeah, can you hear me?
we've
Yes,
lost
Rabbi.
you.
Okay.
Yes, Rabbi.
I can't hear you and I can't see you. Rabbi,
1 second. And now it's good?
Yeah, it's good.
you're gone again.
Okay.
You're gone again, Rabbi. You're back.
No. Let's start. We're gonna start.
Rabbi, never heard you at all.
Begin. Can you see me? Can you see me and hear me?
Rabbi, yes.
I can see you now.
It's okay.
Okay. Let's start.
I can see you and hear you now.
Very good.
Now you're gone.
Let's start. It's like this. I'm gonna read from the page Kaf Aleph of Sharei Kedusha. We are in the Sha'ar Revi, the 4th gate. And here we want to know what are the level to have to be called Tsadik. What are the level to have to be called Tsadik? And this will be
Rabbi, and I can't hear you.
one more time. This will be through 5 levels. We're going to start to see it, and maybe, 1 second. I'm going to see my connection. 1 second. The connection is not good because also in Israel, when it's raining or it's cloudy, we are like in Africa. So I hope it will not be too disturbing. I'm gonna say and try to speak slowly. It's okay? I said also in Israel, when it's cloudy and when it's raining, the connection is not so good. We are like in Africa. So I will try to speak slowly, and at least you're gonna have the video to see all this back again. So let's try because it's You hear me? What I said? It's because of the weather outside.
Yes, Rabbi.
We don't have a good weather. That's why the network is not so good.
Yes.
So let's try to do slowly.
Okay.
And I hope it's gonna be good.
Okay.
Okay. So we're gonna
Okay, Rabbi. Okay.
Okay, Rabbi.
Thank you, Tsadik. We're gonna study the fourth gate, or if you want, the fourth chapter of Sharei Kedusha. Here we want to know, how do you build yourself as a Tsadik? So remember, the level of Tsadik is the man who fights every day against his Yetzer Hara. He lose one battle, he win one battle. He never forgive. He's a fighter. We are not like that. People may think that the Tsadik is someone who don't have fight with the Yetzer Hara. You do have fight. The level where you don't have fight is connected to the level of Chassid Gamur. So now we want to know how to build the level of Tsadik. What you told me? He said, Rabbi, let's study how to build the level of Chassid. Because the Tzadik, we see that it's just the middle stage. We say, no, first of all, like you say, we have Rabbi Shimon here. You have to move slowly. So please keep this in mind. When you will be handled and when you are handled the community, don't build the people too fast. Don't try to get them from a situation of being like Amaretz. It means that they are beginning, they don't know how to read Hebrew, they don't know the brachot. Straight to the level of Chassid, it will be destructive. Don't do that. I'm talking to leaders who are able to bring tomorrow Rashi Yeshivot, Rashi Bate Knesset, Rashi Keilot. So what does it mean? We do need to know how to build the level of Tzadik. What is to build that level? Is to build a fighter who's gonna win more battles than lose battles. And this is a serious level. Shalom Rabbi Yom Tov, Okuma. Shalom. So we have to know how to build that. Shalom.
Shalom, Harav.
Shalom, Harav. We have to know.
Good to meet you again.
Yeah. I hear you. Shalom. So we have to know how to build the middle level of Tzadik. Also for yourself, first, because before to become a Chassid, we have to have the certificate of Tzadik. And secondly, also how you have to do to build the other people. So it's like this. In the first part, we have 5 levels we have to see to know how to build a Tzadik, say Rabbi Chaim Vital. The first level is, he say, let's read the introduction. He say, והוא יזדרז בכל כוחו להשלים כל האפשר תרי"ג מצוות לקיימם בזמן הזה. So say what's happened. First of all, as a tzaddik, you have to be a fighter by you seeking to make all the mitzvot. All the 613 mitzvot, you have to fight to look way to do them. In Olam Hazeh. Don't count about a next Gilgul or next reincarnation. We don't look after. We are here, we have to make actions. So all the Torah, don't miss with one halacha. All the Torah of the halacha, you have to do it. What is to do? You can do all the halacha except halacha as a woman. The halacha for women, how do? You are a man. Halacha as a Kohen, you're trapped. Halacha as a Levi, you're trapped. Halacha as a child, you're trapped. How do you do them if you are not in that category? You study them. General rules is like this. Every halacha you study, they are count like as if you did it. So for sure, you are not in the tribe of Yehuda. Now we don't have the proof. You cannot say I'm the king because we are only one king and we are over a million Jewish. If you study the halachot of melucha, of kingdom and kings, it will become for you like you did the mitzvah. That's why the place of the study is not important, it's essential. You have to study to know the books. So my first advice for you is, we're gonna see how we can provide it for you, because now we are really moving forward in our limud and in our building, is to provide for you the Sefer HaMitzvot. What is the Sefer HaMitzvot? It's the book written by Rambam, Rabbi Moshe Maimonides. In this book, no explanation, no machloket, only all the list of all the mitzvot with the explanation and the way to do them. You study that book one time, two times, three times, it's considered that you have done the 630 mitzvot. If you succeed to read that book once a week, every week you will be found completed by 630 mitzvot. In our level, we try to do it every week. I know people who read it every day. You read it 630 mitzvot. You have all the mitzvot rooted inside of you. And he said, ולפי שיש סברות רבות במניין המצוות, סדרן תחילה כפי דעת הרמב"ם. He said, you see, Rabbi Chemita himself, in this text, he's talking about Rambam. He said, we have many ways to be connected to the mitzvot. He said, but I will explain them and make them through categories according to the knowledge of Rambam. לאחריהם יסדר מה שהוסיפו שאר המפרשים בספר הזוהר. So after that, I will add the inner aspect of each category. That's why we have 5 categories. And said, ובין כמניין מצוות עשה של תורה, בין במצוות של דברי סופרים, וחלקה ב5 חלקים. So I will give all the details from the mitzvot positive, from the, let's say, the minagim that we have from the sod. And we will make 5 categories. First category, ראשונה, במצוות הנוהגים בזמן התפילה בכל ימי החול. First one, it will be the mitzvot connected to the moment of praying. Mitzvot connected to moment of praying. So the purpose is to know how can you be found and called Tsadik in that case. We're going to see. Second, it It will be, השני, mitzvot that will be זמן. Mitzvot, general mitzvot connected to the time. Third, mitzvot האפשריות להזדמן ליד אדם. The mitzvot that comes to you because you want them, you want to seek them. Mitzvot coming to your hand. Four, הרביעית, מצוות שצריך האדם לחפש אחריהם לקיימן. So sorry. This mitzvot, they come to your end. This one, you have to look after them. Look for them.
Look for, chercher. Look for, look after.
Look after them. And the last category is the מצוות שאין בידם לחפש אחריהם אלא אם כן יזדמן הקדוש ברוך הוא בידם. It's another level of mitzvot coming to you just because God will want you to make them happen. Let's say from God himself. We're going to explain one by one. And this will be important because based on that you will see what is the level of Tsadik. I start with the first category. It said, הראשונה לעדה, שיש שם אלוהה. פסוק שמע ישראל, השם אלוקינו. יחד באומרו, השם אחד. So I said, what is the first category? It's to know that when you have to pray, you pray. First prayer, the most important is Shema Israel. If you are Tsadik, you never miss one Shema Israel. My question to you guys, how many Shema Israel do we have?
3.
Three?
True.
2?
2. 2.
2? Okay. 3?
2.
What do you say, Shimon?
2.
2? No.
2.
We have 4. We have 4.
No, we have 2.
How do you find 2 or find 4? We are Jewish, so we have to be on the same path.
Yes.
It's simple. The first Shema, the first one, Arvit. The second one, the bed, before sleeping. The fourth one, in the Korbanot, before the Kriyat Shema and Shacharit. You have one small Kriyat Shema in the beginning, you know, the Korbanot. In the
Yes.
Korbanot. In the text you say before Hashem Melech, Hashem Malach. And the fourth one, it's just before the Amidah. Amidah of Shacharit. Here is 4. You see? You need the 4 because the 4 are here to give strength to the 4 aspects of your soul. Your soul is composed with Asiya, Yetzira, Bria, Atzilut. If you do only 2 Kriyat Shema, what are you doing? You are a real Tzadik, You see the Tzadik, you want to be able to fight the Yetzer Hara. If you are missing the light of Kriyat Shema, you will be beaten like a child. Why is telling you that? Because when you do that 4 times, he said, when you say Hashem Elokeinu Hashem Echad, you have to make Yichud when you say Echad. So I will erase to show you. So we are in the first category. He said a real tzaddik, when he say Kriyat Shema, it don't say Kriyat Shema just simple. You say no, you are tzaddik. It's Shema Israel, Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem, and you say Echad. He said, if you are the level of tzaddik, when you say Echad, what you have to do? You are tzaddik. You have to think at this name. Yud, Ke, Vav, Ke, connected to Aleph, Dalet, Nun, Yud. This is what we call the Yichud, the union of the names. What do you connect? You connect the Vav and the He, which are the sky and the earth. So Rabbi Chaim Vital is telling us here, you want to be tzaddik, 4 Kriyat Shema. And the 4 Kriyat Shema, when you say, Shema Israel, Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem Echad, Echad, what do you see? You see Yud Aleph Dalet Vav Nun Yud, Vav Nun He Yud. You don't say it, you keep it in your mind. That's why when you say Kriyat Shema, you don't say, we don't say like this, Shema Israel, Hashem Echad. No. We say Shema Israel, Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem Echad. You keep the dalet of Echad, you make a long song. When you do the, you think at this. It's everywhere in your Siddur. You see here? Find the Siddur. You see? Shema Israel, Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem Echad. You see the dalet, you say Echad, and if I make a zoom, you see here, after the Echad, you have that name. Here is the name. He said, you are obliged to do that. If not, no status of Tsadik. He continued. He said, לעשות ציצית ולהתעטף בו. You have to put every day your tzitzit, katan vegadol, and also to do them. I'm not lying. לעשות, to do, לעשות ציצית ולהתעטף בהם. If you have never done your own tzitzit, you are not in the statute of Tsadik. So I will teach you how to do it. We will have one day, one limud, only to explain how to do it. לקשור תפילין כסדרן ראשי לרבנו תם, ושימושי רבה בשל ראש. How many tefillin do we have?
2. 2.
Do you have other answers?
Probably 2. 2.
We have 4.
1.
4.
Yes,
How?
I will show you.
Okay, how? Show me.
The 2, we know them. They are called Rashi and Rabbeinu Tam. We got it. When we put them, we have to put them at the same time. I know people who have Rashi and Rabbeinu Tam. First of all, big mistakes. Many rabbi tells you, no, you know what? Before to put Rashi and Rabbeinu Tam, you have to be married to be like, no. Tefillin is not studying sod. Tefillin, it's here from the age of Bar Mitzvah, the children put the 2 tefillin here, but you have to make small one. See, small one? Not big one. And this one who put big one, what they do, they put it, I will not put it because it's night here. It's forbidden to put tefillin in the night. They put one, they pray with it, and after they take it off, just after the Amidah, they put the Rabbeinu Tam after. It's better than nothing, but we have to do it together because there are 2 different brains. There are Chochmah and Bina. Every day in your life, your brain is the same. You have the right brain and the left brain. So why do you put one after the other? Or why you just pray with one? You need your 2 brains. So how you make the difference? The Rashi, they are here. You see this sign? The Rashi, the heirs of the cow is in the first line. And Rabbeinu Tam, the heirs of the cow is in the second line. Rashi, Rabbeinu Tam. We are 2. After we have a third one. The third one, what is saying here in our text, is called Shimu Sheraba. What is Shimu Sheraba? It is like you see the Chabad. This is Rashi, but with big letters. Here is it. We have the stock. Here is Shimu Sheraba. We have it. It's bigger than usual. This is the third one. You see, Rashi. Why? We are in the first. But if you remember, the real Rashi, the heirs were here, right? Here they are here. So how many, you see it's different. It was here. Why here? Because here the letters are big. So the Rashi, You put this only in the afternoon for mincha. We always pray mincha with tefillin and talit.
Okay.
When you pray mincha, don't be like this person who start to pray mincha straight Ashrei Yoshvei. No. Ketoret. Always. The prayer you say before, it's important. You want to be a Tsadik? We have to see your actions. This is the third one. The fourth one is the same like this. I have it at home. But the order of the parashiot inside, they are opposite, like a mirror. Like here, I'll show you. You have four boxes. Here in that box, you have one cloth written Shema Yisrael Hashem Elokeinu Hashem Echad Baruch Shem. Here you have Ve'ahavta et Hashem Elohecha. Here you have Ve'aya im Shamoa. And here you have Vaidaber Adonai Moshe Daber Yisrael Tzitzit. You have four parashot. So the fourth one is opposite. Here the Shema will be here, like a mirror. Here you're gonna have Ve'afta. Here you're gonna have Ve'aya. Here you're gonna have Vaidaber. You got me? So how many?
Yes,
Yes,
Rabbi.
Rabbi.
Thank you, Tzadik. So how many tefillin do we have? 4. People will not tell you. I'm telling you. People will not tell you. But I'm giving you what is the iron. Okay? Let's continue. And now let's see the other things. He said, you have to put every day the tefillin, Rabbeinu Tam, Rashi, and Shim Moshe Rabbah. I'm not lying. You say, what? I knew 2. When I'm a tzaddik, say no. A tzaddik, you put 3. Shim Moshe Rabbah. Rashi, Rabbeinu Tam, and Shim Moshe Rabbah. Because Shim Moshe Rabbah, you have 2 heads. One like this and one like this. After continue. Likshot tefillin shel yad al derer hanistka. You have to put the tefillin of your hand like it should be done. Problem. How do you put a tefillin? I can do it because it's night, but I don't have the head. I will show you. You say, you want to be a tzaddik? Don't joke. Because if you don't do it properly, you don't have the status or you don't have the light coming. First thing, my eyes are small, so you have just to see like this. You get it, you put it like this. See, I get it like this. This art. If this is like this, you're missing everything. This art, you see, I block it. After I go on the side, this side, I go, I come here, I surround the box, and I block the yud. So I made a circle around the tefillin. See? I go back, I have the shin, and the shin. I come, I go here. I make 7. When I finish to make 7, 2, 4, 6, 7, I have to finish before this bone, the 7. I go here, finger. I surround 2 times upstairs, 1 time upstairs, and 2 times downstairs. You see? And after, I finish. Like this. Not like this. Some people, they took 2 fingers. Like this. After they do like this. No. This is big, big secret. Like I show you. Be careful, because here is one full condition to bring yourself to be considered like a Tsadik. After he continued, he said, ולקרוא קריאת שמע 2 פעמים בכל יום. So he said, if you are, let's say, lazy, and you have your Kriyat Shema to do, at least every day we have to find 2 Kriyat Shema. But we know now you have to find 4. After he continued, he said, לתפילת בכל יום, תפילת 18. Don't mix any tefillah. Basically saying you, the Amidah of Shacharit, Mincha, Arvit, you should be found doing it every day. It's something normal. Don't be like, oh, I forgot to pray. You don't forget to eat, right? When the hours of the dinner is coming, you know when you have to eat. So same thing. You never forget to pray. The 3 tefillot. He said also, לזכור בכל יום מה שעשה לנו המלאק, שאומר אמן יהיה שמי רבה, כמו שכתוב, וכיהי יד אל כסיה, וכשאומר קרבתנו ומלכנו לשמך הגדול, להתוודות בכל. So he said what's happened? He said what you have to do also as a tzaddik, you have to remember every day what did to us Amalek. When you have to remember that, when you answer to the Kaddish, and you say, Yeh Shemei Rabba Mevarach. So when you answer to the Kaddish, when you say, Yeh Shemei Rabba Mevarach, you have to think about Amalek. What did Amalek? His hand is on the throne of God. You have to think that. And he said also, להתוודות בכל יום אחר עמידה, בברכה ובברכת שמע קולנו. He said, וידוי. What is the וידוי? אשמנו, פגענו, גזרנו, דיברנו דברים בלשון הרע, הבינו, שנו, זדנו, עמסנו, נפלנו, הבינו, שנו, אחרנו. You have to know it by heart. He said you have to do the vidui every day when it should be done. Every day, it's important. And after said, levarer kohanim et Israel bekol yom. And also try to get the birkat kohanim every day. So I say this is the first category. All the mitzvot coming connected to the time that you have to do. You see, it's not a joke. Because we have a lot of Jewish don't doing that. But they are called Gaon, right? Before Kadosh, we are not.
Right.
Rabbi,
Yes,
Rabbi,
yes.
we're not allowed to wear tefillin right now, correct?
No, you don't put tefillin right
Yeah,
now,
right.
but I'm teaching to you how you're gonna do it when time is coming.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. except maybe for those
Rabbi,
one
I have
of
question.
you who have the lineage of Judaism and the proof that there were not mixed marriage in the tribes and that Judaism was kept in the basics. If you're in that case, you can put him.
Rabbi,
Yes. Thank you. Quel Rabbi Yehuda? I'm listening to you. Your mic is off.
do you hear me, Rabbi? It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay now. Yeah, listening.
Okay, Rabbi, I say I have two questions.
Yeah.
My first question is that, do you permit us to wrap tefillin, to put tefillin? This is my first question.
No, I don't permit. You have to wait after the conversion. The only case
Okay.
I said it could be permitted if you have the lineage of your tribe and you know that no mixed marriage was done and that Judaism was kept in the basics, fundamentals. If you're in that case, you are Jewish, like Ethiopian. You don't need to wait for the conversion. If not,
Rabbi,
wait.
it's difficult to, Rabbi.
Yes.
I want to say, I just want to say something, Rabbi.
Yeah. Listen.
I don't know if it is a mistake, but since maybe 2 years ago now, I have the tefillin. Now I don't know what to do with what I put on the tefillin every morning. How to do as I don't have the other tefillin. It's too difficult because since two years today, I have tefillin every morning. I don't know. Now it's difficult.
I understand what you're saying. And first of all, thank you for opening up and giving reality. This is the purpose of that limud, is to help you, to give you solution and to protect you also. First of all, before to answer to your question, I want to explain why the sage don't give authorization for the tefillin for someone who is not yet Jewish, let's say like me, even if we can have different way to define what is Judaism. It's like this. Tefillin, it's only light what you're bringing inside of you. You are not goy. Keep this in your mind. You have never been goy, you will never be goy. Kadosh said you have 3 categories of human being. You have goyim, you have Jewish, and you have nefesh hager. What is nefesh hager? Is let's say a body goy born with a Jewish soul inside. Another question is, yes, the soul is Jewish, but the body, the truth is, the body is still in the klipa. What do we need to do is to refine the body through studying. That is to study, to start to convert. When you will start to say the brachot when you eat, when you will start to eat, let's say, non-kosher food, your body will start to be transformed. And the last level of transformation is in the mikveh. So what's happened? For sure, in the inner aspect of the soul, you can put your tefillin, you feel good. But the problem is, you still have one part of your human being connected to the body, which is the access from the klipa to be feedden. So if I bring down the light of the tefillin, I do something which make me pleasure, let's say, according to my soul, but I do feed, with the clipper. In my case, it will be, I will feed the clipper of Congo Kinshasa. This clipper will receive good light, very good light. So now this is the general map. Regarding your case, the situation is like this. Why is it dangerous? Because when you bring that light on you before the final conversion, this can expose you dangerously. Yeah, right, Rabbi Shimon.
Little question.
Yeah,
I need to help a friend to kosher his kitchen.
yeah.
Qu'est-ce que tu peux me donner comme conseil? Je sais qu'il faut mettre une pierre, j'ai pris avec moi tout ça, dans l'eau bouillante. Est-ce qu'il y a quelque chose?
C'est une cuisine qui était Bassari, Halavi.
Je sais pas, je vais aller voir maintenant.
Je donne deux informations. C'était quoi avant la cuisine? Et quelle est la matière du plan de travail? Si c'est de l'inox, du bois, de la pierre, du marbre.
Donc, tu me conseilles de ne pas faire ça ce soir? Attends.
Je prends les informations et demain je te dis comment faire.
D'accord, donc savoir ce qu'était la cuisine.
Et tu vas cacher toute la cuisine. Elle veut la faire Halavi, il veut la faire Halavi ou Bassari?
Je sais pas.
Parce que si c'était une cuisine Bassari, on le transformer en Halavi, c'est tout un travail.
Donc je dois savoir.
C'était quoi la cuisine avant? Elle a déjà habité là-bas?
Non, je crois. Cuisine avant.
Elle a emménagé la personne?
Je crois qu'elle a emménagé.
Prends les informations.
Ok, donc je dois savoir si c'est ce que ta cuisine, c'était pas ça à la veille.
S'il y a des informations sur ça,
okay.
Si elle n'a pas, on va savoir. De deux, c'est quoi la matière du plan de travail? Est-ce que c'est traditionnel inox, marbre, ou c'est autre chose que ça? Et trois, c'est tout. Juste avec ça, je te dis.
Super.
Ouais.
J'aimerais bien plus, mais c'est quand même super mené.
T'inquiète pas. Ce qui vient, tu prends avec plaisir.
Oui,
c'est vrai.
Merci beaucoup.
Bye. So it's like this. My advice for you is like this. Because you are in a very central position in the community, and people will not understand you suddenly stopping to put filling. And also, we have to avoid to create any kind of shame situation. So my advice will be like this for you. We have to avoid you to put them, because basically, you studying that stuff, you really bring down a lot of light. And we have to avoid to feed. So what you have to do is my advice. Make mistakes in the way to put your tefillin. People will not check. For example, instead of to do 7 here, put just 6. Make something like this to show to God that we study. I know that the situation is really complex. And even if one day, one Rabbi Haredi or one Rabbi Mizrahi coming in Cameroon and see you with that, and they ask you, sorry, my son, you are Jewish? Do you put tefillin? Don't be like these people who say, yeah, I put tefillin. No, you say, no, Rabbi, look, here's the situation. You see, I just put 6 rab. Why? Because I'm responsible here, and I cannot change. If I change people, it's a shame and so on, and you have to keep a position. But I don't really put them. And also, don't say the bracha. Put them straight. 2 options. Do something which will bring you to know that I didn't put them, even if I have them on me. To put them, 2 things. You have to say the bracha and you have to put them like I saw. See, if you have to avoid, don't say the bracha. So for sure, don't say the bracha. And make 6. Like this, people will not disturb you. But really from the bottom of my heart, to be protective on you, be careful with that light of tefillin that you bring down now. because we need to secure all the things connected to the body. Your soul is Jewish, you are not goy. But the tefillin, we have to make a stamp, a seal on the body. Did that answer to your question, Rabbi Yehuda?
Yes, Rabbi. Yes, it's okay now. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. If you say Asheni, the second group now, they say it's connected to the mitzvot when we talk about the mitzvot connected to the time. He said, Lekadesh al yain b'Shabbat u b'nesirto u b'avdala u b'tziato. Say, you have to be careful to always say the blessing on the wine. On the wine. What does it mean? Never let pass one Shabbat without making blessing on Yain. And also you have to make blessing on the Havdalah. So it means that the time for you should be blessed. Blessing means Shabbat first. Everything starts for Shabbat. Do things like this. Yain, Kiddush every week. And also Havdalah. Lishbot b'Shabbat b'melachto. Don't work on Shabbat. Be careful on the forbidden actions. Levatel chametz me'ashvata belev leil Pesach, Asara Nisan. Also, you have to respect everything that's connected to Pesach. You want to be a Tsadik, you have to be found in Shabbat and in Pesach, and to put away from your houses the chametz. And that's after he said, Lesaper Yetziat Mitzrayim be'Agada b'Leil Pesach. You have to read the Agada of Pesach. This is also connected to the time. Lishbot b'milacha b'yom rishon shel Pesach. Respect the first day of Pesach. Don't work at all. It's like Shabbat. Le'echol matzah b'leil rishon. You have to eat matzot on Pesach. Lishbot b'yom shivei shel Pesach. You have to keep the seventh day of Pesach. Don't work also. And I'll say it said, Lismoa b'shlosha regalim Pesach Shavuot v'Sukkot. You have to respect the Shalosh Regalim, the three feasts, which are Pesach, Shavuot, and Sukkot. Ve'lesameach ishto b'banav b'inyanim kol echad karoi lo. And you have to make your wife and children happy. Our children by education, giving gift, being kind, nice, don't to fall in anger on the children. And your wife by dressing her, feeding her, and satisfying her. He said this should be found inside of a Tsadik. Like he said, Lispor Shirat HaOmer, 49 ימים לשלמים בתחילת ליל שישי, 16 של ניסן. You have to count the Shirat HaOmer. Do you know what is the Shirat HaOmer, Tzadikim?
Yes, Rabbi. Counting the
Yes,
Omer.
Rabbi.
Perfect.
We know the Omer.
You do. All of you do. Right, for sure.
Yes, Rabbi.
Okay. He said it's important to know and to count the Omer. What is the secret behind Bli Neder? We're going to study it also. He said, this is, if you pay attention, this is all the mitzvot connected to the time. As he said, Lishbot B'Chag Shavuot, respect Shavuot. Lishbot B'Rosh Hashanah, respect Rosh Hashanah with all the rules. Lishmoa Kol Shofar B'Rosh Hashanah, you have to have shofar. You have shofar in your community, guys? Tzadikim?
Yes. Yes.
Yafeh.
Yes. Yes,
Do you
Rabbi.
know-
Yes,
Do you
yes,
know
yes.
how- do you know how to blow the shofar?
Yes.
Yes.
Try. We try.
You just try.
We're going to learn I will send to you a video how to burn, to learn, to blow inside. So till we are at the Sukkot, we're going to study how to do it also, to do it properly with the 3 levels of blowing. Tashkat, tarat, tashat. I'm going to say it. She said, you have to listen to the shofar. So if you are Tsadik, we are not in Chassid here, just Tsadik. You see all the list. This is amazing. It's not a joke. We thought that was a middle size, middle level. That is what's happened here. It's not joking at all with us. You have to respect Kippur. You have to fast on Kippur. You have to respect the first day of Sukkot, which is Chag. You have to respect the 8th day of Sukkot, which is Shmini Atzeret, Chag also. You have to sit in the Sukkah. We need to sit in the Sukkah. We live in the Sukkah. We sleep all the 7 days and eat and do study under the Sukkah. It's written in the Zohar. Everybody who don't sleep in the Sukkah in the time of Sukkot will live a kind of galut in the year. All this is simanim for tzadikim. Lishbot b'yom shmini atzeret, leshavet b'sukkah, litol lulav. And you have to move the lulav. You guys know how to do it?
Yes. Yes, Rabbi.
How do you do?
Yes, Rabbi, yes.
How do you do? Rabbi,
Up.
show me.
Down. You move it. You move the lulav first up, and then down, and then right, and then left, and then forward, and then backwards.
And how is your body?
Rabbi, my community couldn't identify the Alba minim. So we say it's safer we leave the waving of the 4 pieces this time.
Okay. Because it's in the text here, so I will explain. I will not wait till next year to explain to you. The way we do the balancing of the lulav is like this. We stand and we turn and we have to face the direction. What does it mean? The first direction that you have in the lulav is south. South is number 1. After, north. North is number 2. After, east. In east, east is number 3. But inside of the east, you also do up, which is 4, and down, which is 5. And the last movement is west, which is 6. This is the 6th direction. So how do we do? Like this. Let's say, as you know, for me it's simple. I'm in the whole city. So the kotel is in that direction. So if the kotel is in that direction, it means that for me this is the east. Right? So if it's the east, this is the north. So this is the south. So I'll start. I have my lulav. I start with the south. I turn on my body with the south. And I make 3 times. 1, 2, 3. After I turn in the north. 1, 2, 3. After I go the east. 1, 2, 3. Up. 1, 2, 3. After down, I don't do that. I go down with the lulav. 1, 2,
Oh.
3. And
Oh.
after I finish in the east, 1, 2, 3. You got it? I know that the Ashkenazim, they face the east and they do like this. They start with the south. They do like this. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. We don't do like that. Hakadosh said you have to turn your face to the direction where you are sending your lulav. Get it?
Yes, Rabbi.
With Hashem, we're going to have time to study it when it will be around Sukkot.
Okay, Rabbi. Okay. Thank you.
So now I will read the third category, and after I will make a conclusion where I want to bring you some information. It said Shlishi, which is basically the mitzvah that you have to try to get them, to seek them, to work on them. He said you have to write a Sefer Torah, like Moshe. Sefer Torah, it's if you write fast, it's 1 year to be written. You have to write a Sefer Torah. Likboa mezuzah, you have to put mezuzot in your dalet. Levareach birkat hamazon, you have to pray birkat hamazon every time you eat enough mezonot or if when you eat motzi. Lilmod Torah or lelamed bechol yom, you have to study and to teach Torah every day. Lifrod ve'lirbot, you have to get married and to build family. Liv'ol al yidei kiddushin, you have to get married. Limol et haben, to make the milah, the brit milah on your son. Le'afresh chala, afrashat chala, when you have the dough, you take a part that will not be cooked. Minaisa ba'aretz Israel. Litet tzedakah, you have to give tzedakah. Le'alvot la'ani, you have to give money, to lend money to the poor people. Please could you give me something, $100, I will give it back to you in 1 month. If it's ani, don't start to make mathematics in your head. Give, support. Say after. La sort marque, you have to put to secure your balcony. Lechabed kohanim, you have to give kavod to the kohanim. Lechabed talmid chacham, you have to give kavod to the talmid chacham. Lechabed av ve'em, you have to give kavod to your father and your mother. Lira me'av ve'em, you have to fear them as if they were God. Yes, written like this, your parents. If you are gerim, it's not a question. You don't have this upon your parents. But if you marry a Jewish woman and the parents are Jewish, they are also your parents. You have to make kibbud avaim, respect for the parents toward the parents of your wife. Le'ov Ra'im, you have to eat to love the other Jewish. Le'ov Gerim, you have to love the Gerim. It's mitzvah. Le'ov Gerim. If you hate Gerim, you are not a Tsadik. At all. לתת שכר, שכיר בזמנו. When you are a boss and you have a company, a factory, pay your employee on time. Don't make them wait. להאכיל הסכיר. You have to find להכיר סכיר, לבדוק סימני בהמה וחיה. So I said, when you have somebody under rental with you, be nice. Be nice. לבדוק סימני הבהמה חיה. You have to check the animals if they are kosher or not. לבדוק סימני העוף. You have to check also the birds. לבדוק סימני הדגים. You have to check also the fishes. וחגבים. להתאבל על קרובים. Also to live the mitzvah of mourning for your close family. Don't be like this one who don't take this mitzvah in serious. You have to bring also to make education. You have to keep what comes out from your mouth. Dafka bo, you have to fight to search every kind of any way to be connected to God. And to respect his laws and to go in his way. Yirat Hashem, you have to fear God. Lifrosh minachet, you have to stop sinning. לאהוב את השם בכל פרטים שזכינו לרבותינו. And you have to love God in every aspect like we have seen. You see? Guys, this is the level of Tsadik. This level that Rabbi Chamita was saying, you are just in the battle. You still have one, not enemy, you still have one Yetzirah fighting you. But even if you will fall, even if you will wake up, you will win, fall, win, lose, win. All the things we see till yet should be found inside of you. We still have two other categories. We're going to finish next time. We saw three categories. So what I'm my purpose to tell you now, like Bezrat Hashem, sometime I took time to answer to do things properly because the time is short and a lot of things to do. So it means that we are now in the time where I need to ask you what's about the travel in your country. So I have different answers. Some countries where travel are not opening yet. Some countries, yes, it's possible. Some countries, yes, they have travel, but not in Israel. So we are working now with all the team to see what is the way to do, what to do, how to do, when to do. It's a lot of questions. So this is the first side. I have to check some few answers I received from other guys who don't have the possibility to be with us in the Limud, but they wanted to join and so on. So we're gonna see how we can do it, how we can make it happen. If we will make only travel this one will have the possibility to come in Israel, or if we have to wait for everybody. So it's a big question. I will also ask for your advice to see what is better to do. Ezrat Hashem. After we are moving forward, and we have behind us two structure of conversion. And we know that how it's happened here till the moment where we will have our own bedding to convert, and this is my final purpose. With a different way to make things, I will give you an example how to do. We have to work with different structure. So now the purpose for us in that reality is to show them that our way to form the gerim has never been seen at all. From what we study to the way you understand, the way you react, I want them to be amazed when they will be in front of you. First, because you are amazing in your nature. Because to be able to stay 3 times a week in Africa, 2 hours to study and to get it and to introduce this in your daily life, this is amazing. Also because you are like you are. I see you are built, well educated, and this is the first thing we need. You are good people. And after, I want that in the aspect of knowledge, when we start to check you to see who you are, where you are, and how you are built, they have just to say, you know what, the work have been so well done before, we just have to give them the date from the for the mikveh. So what is my purpose behind is to give you the tools to success. So what will happen most of the time, what I've been told is like this. You have to come with a general visa of tourist. Not to say that we are going for a program like this, because Israel, God help us, we have a wonderful land, but the system of the state, sometimes it's not so easy. So when you start to say, I'm Jewish, I've come for a course, for lesson, for this, I'll say, who are you? What are you doing? You came for, basically, came for tourists. And once you are here, we open for you a case in Mahon Meir or in Bnei Brak for the Haredi, who want to speak Haredi. And this will basically be the reason why you're staying here. So the problem is like this. I remember that some of you told me, oh, after 3 months, can we go back or not don't go back? So it's my position is, yes, you can. It's possible for you to go back. The question is, once you are here and you start the process of being converted, every time, יש גפורים שם אם אתה רוצה. זה, אתה רואה, כן, למטה שם, עוד קדימה, תוריד את הארגז הזה, זה לא כזה בכלל, יש גפורים בפנים. So as what's happened from that position, if you go out, sometimes they have to bring the time of you being in their course down, and it's gonna take time and so on.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. And it can take time and so on. And basically, it's a big choice, because it means that maybe you are moving for 10 months, you see. I don't want to put pressure on any of you. I just wanted to give you the information how things works. If you move after 3 months, you are not sure to have a visa to come back again. You know how it's happened when we have the color we have, and you ask for visa, 2 visas in the same year. So this is the main point. You have to know that once you will be here, you will have to come with the visa of tourism. And even if I will be the first happy to say in your visa that you go for Botina Kedusha program, Eliezer program, it will not be helpful for you, because we will say to you, you are your Jewish, or it come that you come to study Torah, and they will block you. Once you are here, we have enough to handle the situation. But after, if you have to, you have in your mind that, oh, I have to go back, to come again. Keep this in mind that it can play against you regarding the time of conversion. My guarantee is that once you come here, my purpose is in 3 months, you'll be converted. Because you will have Hebrew, you will have understanding, halachot, calendar, and also Musar. So this is the general information that I wanted to give to you. You don't need to react now, just start to think, start to process. Because now, if it's like this, maybe you guys will come in different moments and people can maybe have different timelines. You know, I can only come in 6 months because I see that if I want to finish it to be converted in Israel, it's like this, like this, that. And we have Africans who did that, and 2 of them, they are with me here. You don't have choice. You came here and you stay till you finish or till that we understand that it's done. The guy is here, and my purpose is just to make this time short. This is one thing. After I give the speech to Rabbi Eliezer and to finish, my purpose is that we will be able to make our own bedding. I start to talk with some rabbi, and what I would like to do is to be able to make some official conversion recognized by the halachic system here when we will make the African tour in June. So I have a lot of work. I met a lot of rabbi. They understand. I explain to them what is my way to see conversion. For example, for me, according to that, 3 days before you mikveh, you fast 3 days. 3 days and night without eating. You have to know where I'm bringing you. So they say, whoa, why do you say that? I take the books, I take the rest, say, this is for me the way to build not Gerim, not Geret Tzedek, the head of Geret Tzedek. Like this. To fix everything and to give them all the power they need to move forward. And when I'm telling you fasting, I'm fasting with you. Why and so on, we're going to study it. But I want you to think about now, because of this and because of Africa, we'll not be free to make 3 months, 3 months, 3 months. So my purpose, pray for me, guys, is that when we come in June and we spend maybe 1 month to be in Nigeria, Cameroon, and so on, we have the issue of Beit Din, the Kaima, to make the conversion. And based on that, I will have with you 7 and 8 long months of study, and I know that you will be ready because we have Limud, we have this, we have that. Ken, you have question?
Shalom, Araf. Sorry, I came late and where I am, it's really dark here. I just came back in and I decided to join the lectures. I didn't follow up a lot more, but the idea of conversion is something that's very, very important here. And there are some who love to do it. There are some that feel like they're already Jews. And for most of us that see the way of the halakha, I want to ask, you were talking of something about citizenship and all that. If somebody comes to Israel and he decides that he likes the halakha and everything and he wants to study, and continue the process and do the conversion in Israel, how possible is that?
They will make you problems because the state is not a religious state. It's the state with the identity of Jewish, but the laws are not built like a state who is putting the religious aspect of the Jewish identity on the top. It means that when you come, you say, I want to study, I want to make a program. They ask you, prove us that you are Jewish. What they do with us, they don't do it with the Russian. It's like this. So what's happened, I'm telling you that from information I received from people who passed that situation. Arrived with visa in the passport, arriving in the gates, in the entrance of Israel, when you have to give your passport and to enter in the country. What are you doing here? I'm here for a program. Which program? Conversion. Okay, are you Jewish? No, I'm converting. How will I be Jewish? Oh, okay. You say, okay, no, we are asking because program is for Jewish. If you are not Jewish, why you come to study here? We will not give you a visa. Because for them, it's mathematics. Or I give you a visa of Aliyah, or I give you a visa of tourist, or I give you a visa of school. It means that you're Jewish and you came to study here. I'll give you a visa of working. So if you are not in one of them, I will not mix situation. So if you say, I come for scholar, you say, okay, where's your proof that you're Jewish? You say, no, I'm coming from conversion. So I've been talking with the manager of Machon Meir. We always say to people, when they come here, come with this language. We come for tourists. After, when you're here, we open your case and we give your case to Misrad Adat, to the Ministry of Religion, and in that place, you will be able to have the visa to stay for conversion because you are already here.
Okay, so that's the last part is what I wanted to hear. You know, that part where you can stay and then continue the conversion. That's the part I really wanted to hear.
So we can work on that aspect maybe to see how we can bring you one after the other, maybe not all of you at the same time. Our program has to be smooth. We have to be adapted to the situation. And maybe next month it's gonna only be 2 of you. No matter, we have to start to do something, but the laws are here. Ken, Chief Okuma.
Shalom, Rabbi.
Shalom,
We
shalom.
are happy and we appreciate your effort. And throughout our studies with you, we always feel elevated. And those of us in Nigeria, I can boldly speak on behalf of every of us in this program. It's high time some of us made the sacrifice. Whatever it will take for some of us to be converted, we'll be ready to face it. Because we look like fake people who are just carrying talit, wearing tefillin, wearing kippah, without not one of us, or 2 of us, or 3 of us, or 10 of us being converted. It looks embarrassing. So we are ready to go to any length to take any challenges it will take us. As long as we are ready to assist, we are ready to get converted. Let it happen. So 1, 2, 3, 10 people, 20, little by little. So we don't know how to go back to Nigeria. We only know how to go forward. So I think I've spoken the mind of some of us. Today now, you saw that I came late into the class. Why? Because those of us, your students who are in Nigeria, we are meeting in my state. There are 36 states in Nigeria, 36. Out of the 36, Eliezer and some other guys from Nigeria, they are in my state now. They live about 20 meters from my house. The lodge in the hotel 20 meters from my house where I'm speaking from now. So we've been together this afternoon. They travel, some of them travel 8 hours to be here because of this program you are doing for us. We can't tell you everything, but we are preparing ground to make sure what we are doing is going to be a seed that will grow into a mighty forest of Torah. So we are not playing here, rather. We are serious. There is nothing we cannot do that is good that we will not do about this program. There is no stone we will not get to turn to make sure we succeed in this program. Before they came, some elders also came to meet me from different places. Elders, they came to meet me that what is going on, that they are happy with the situation. So people playing. So we really want you to keep on going. We are behind you. We stay with you. We learn with you. We are going to learn. We are ready to learn. We don't have that spirit of going back. We are going to take the sacrifice. You have mentioned certain things that will scare a lot of people. We are not scared. When you talk of 3 days fasting and the rest, that is not going to scare us. We are ready to come down to the level where we'll be able to absorb the Torah you are giving to us. What you are giving to us is amazing. We've not heard of something like this before. We'll be scrabbling for information from internet. We teach this, we teach that. We don't have a tradition. One rabbi will say this. We don't know what from right to left. So now you have placed us on a platform where we'll be able to pursue holiness. So we are so excited. We are happy about it. Our families are happy. They are seeing changes in us. I want us to continue. I want to encourage you, rather, not going back. So whatever you can do, whatever you will arrive at, just keep us abreast with information. And Eliyahu Shibia that is married. But if it was us going to the Holy Land with our family, we can come. Or going there later, our family, whatever it takes, we are going to come. We are not looking for greener pasture. We have worked here. Some of us have experienced job work. We have worked for years and we are a bit established. But we can leave whatever we are doing here now to come there and study, devote ourselves, so that those who are behind us, those who are following us, will be convinced that this program is real, that these people will be first of them. As we are talking, we are also going to plan tomorrow. Tomorrow, we spend the whole of tomorrow in a meeting in my state. We are going to go to Jewish Africa office in Nigeria here, spend the entire tomorrow planning how we are going to carry out the distance learning courses for all the synagogues in Nigeria. About 50 synagogues have registered. We are not going to leave them alone. So the program is on, and we already started working. So whatever thing you can do, Rabbi, don't delay.
Thank you very, very, very much. I'm a fighter. I always stand and go to the end of the idea that are and the objective that I built. But sometimes you just have to ask the people if they are ready to fight. And in your answer, I see and I understand that you're a fighter, and we're gonna fight. If we have to bring you one by one, we're gonna do it one by one. If we have to bring, we're gonna do it. But I needed to explain to you the reality, and that's the program will happen. We are working on it to see who can come next, start to get what you can get. If it's 3 of you, 5 of you, 10 of you, we will get it, and we will move forward. And the second objective is when we arrive in June, no matter if some of you will be in that country or not, the purpose is first of all to make conversion, halachic conversion, that can give possibility to make aliyah from Nigeria, from Cameroon, from this. I know this is the biggest challenge because they don't like us. It's like this. But believe me, Chief Okuma, I'm a fighter. I'm a fighter, and when I start this program, I know how important are the African Jewish in the final days of this story. And nothing will move, nothing will be solved if our case as African Jews are not solved like they solved the case of the Russian, case of the European, the case of the South American. We have to be on the table also. So based on that, don't worry. I just set up the final information, but in the next day, we will have to move forward and to see who can come, how we're gonna make it. So I'm working on it out now, and I hope to be able to handle visa and so on from your country to see how it's happened, because it's also different from the country. I would like to have some of you coming before Hanukkah. So to provide places, all this. So it's my only purpose now, and we can get all of you 1 by 1, 2 by 2, 3 by 3, 10 by 10, no matter how, we have to get it. So thank you for your words, and I will let you know how I would like, because Nigeria, you're particular, you are a lot, and you are powerful. So we have definitely to settle something about this from Nigeria. And tomorrow it's Wednesday. At 12 hour of Israel, I'm going to have to call you. 12 hour of Israel. I will call you. Bezrat Hashem. So let me know, Bezrat Hashem, if you have any news about all this who didn't know about the travel in the country, write to me. And Chief Okuma, we talk tomorrow. And also Rabbi Dean, we're going to talk also tomorrow. I call you just after Chief Okuma for what we said.
All right, Rabbi.
And Chief Okuma, we're going to make the same thing
Rabbi.
like we did with I will explain to you tomorrow in the phone, Bezrat Hashem. Baruch Adonai Olam, Amen ve'amen.
Amen.
Amen.
Laila Tov.
Amen.
We study in 2 days. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. You have video in 1 hour now.
Rabbi Tadaraba.
Goodbye. Bye-bye.
Rabbi.
Toda, Rabbi.
Bye, Tsadik. Bye-bye.